Hello and welcome back to Realm of Thrones 4.0, and yes, this is indeed me riding a dragon. Yes. Now let me tell you one thing you ought to know about me riding this. I had to do some unscrupulous things to be able to acquire this. This is not normally attainable unless you defeat Daenerys, and I have been hearing quite a few people in the comments say that you can get them from marketplaces. Now, I personally have been playing my campaign for over 1,200 days, and I've not seen a dragon in any marketplaces. Someone said that you need to play for more than 1,100 days or something like that. That's 1,100. Personally, I've not seen any in any marketplace ever. I've checked over and over, and I'm not getting lucky with that regard at all. So basically, as I said to you, I did some unscrupulous things. In other words, I enabled cheat mode, and I just got this. This is Viserion, as you can see right there. He is a brother to Drogon, who is Daenerys' dragon, as far as I'm aware. And yeah, my memory is really bad, by the way, in regards to this kind of stuff. So generally, I could be getting some details wrong. But anyway, so that's basically what I did. And that's it. That is all I did. I literally just got the dragon, equipped it, and that was my first time trying it out in a battle. You didn't see any of the fun stuff, but I'm actually going to be showing you the fun stuff very, very soon, because we're going to be going to war against Dawn. I'm very much hoping that I'll be able to interact with this guy potentially. Oh, there's some pirates. Yeah, no, wait a minute. I actually need to attack a caravan, don't I? Yeah, the problem with attacking caravans is if you go straight in, and this is what's really funny, if you go straight into a manual battle and you don't do an auto-resolve, it actually does not automatically declare war, which is really weird. I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, that is exactly what happened to me just now, and that's the reason why you saw me in the manual battle, because I was actually just testing out the dragon and how it works. And I'm actually really intrigued as to see what we can do here. So I'm just going to attack. As you can see, there you go, done. We've got the criminal rating and all that wonderful stuff, as you might expect. And, of course, we are, you know, having some issues. You know, we're having, you know, a huge amount of armies coming out of nowhere, potentially. And I'm just going to literally besiege this straight away. There's only 190 here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to wait for a couple of vassals to kind of pitch up their tents by the side of me here, and then I'm going to attack them. I'm literally just going to attack them. There's only 113. Ooh, hello. You have over 1,000. All right, well. Should we try that? I don't know whether that's a good idea, to be honest. I mean, if I try that, that might be really, really bad. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to call for an army. I don't know whether we're going to be able to get anyone really good, because obviously they've all been called into an army. As you can see, I can get 2 people. We have 459 with just 2 people. Okay, that's pretty good. This guy wants to join me, right? No, he doesn't. Okay, Grey Worm wants to join me. Yes. Come on, let's go into a battle against Mr. Anders here. Hello, Anders. You will die now, sir. The only Anders I know is from Dragon Age 2. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, let's do a manual battle so I can show you the enormous power and the exact reason why the Valyrians are so incredibly feared throughout the 7 Kingdoms. So here we go. This is Viserion. Hello, welcome him to the party. He has a nice, wonderful wagging tail, and I don't want to turn him into a cute thing because he is very, very damaging, and he is... I mean, to be fair, he is cute from a certain angle. So, yes, anyway. Let's just tell all our people to charge. I don't see a reason why we shouldn't, because I can literally just go up to these guys, and I can do some massive damage. Oh, yes, we can do some massive damage. So what I'm going to do, just going to have to be very careful here. Boom. Oh, yes. And we can actually angle this a little bit, as you can see right there. And how many did I kill? I have no idea, but I'm just going to run through them now, and you can see exactly the reason why these things are kind of strong, and I say kind of in an extreme understatement, because I think how much did I actually do? How much damage did I actually do? I don't even know. I don't even know at this point, but I think I killed 110 enemies in, well, one fell swoop, basically. As you can see, you do obviously realize that he has over 5,000, or actually 5,000 exactly, charge damage, and as you might expect, that is absolutely enormous. And, well, there you go. A lot of people have been saying, by the way, this was kind of the main reason why I was, you know, just thinking to myself, okay, you know what, I'll just go and get one so you can see the dragon in action. Because obviously I've been talking about it for quite some time, and I've been, you know, showing you how Daenerys' dragon acts in combat, but of course we're not really getting the full picture because we're not riding a dragon ourselves, and a lot of people have been saying that I've been disingenuous in regards to the dragons in the mod themselves, and I don't know why I've been disingenuous, because I'm still showing the dragon on screen. I'm just not riding it myself, because obviously I'm allied with Daenerys, and that's the thing. I didn't want to betray her, because I still want to be a part of House Targaryen. I think that being a part of this faction makes the most sense, especially considering, you know, we are a Valyrian culture, technically, and we are wanting to be on the side of the dragons, and you can fight Daenerys if you want to and loot her dragon if you want, but you know, for me personally, I didn't want to do that, so I decided to take an alternate route. And if you want to, in your head canon, if you want to go, you know, that route, then you can say that I was gifted a dragon egg by Daenerys. I was going to go for that initially, but then I was going to think to myself, oh yeah, some people are going to actually think that I got gifted a dragon egg, and then I'm just going to get infinite questions about how do you get a dragon egg for 5,000 episodes after this one. Yeah, I'm still getting questions about how I did something in a previous episode, even though I explained it in that very episode. Ah, well, never mind. You know, that's neither here nor there, but what I wanted to basically just show you is how powerful this actually is. Now, you have to be very careful, however, because they are not invincible. As you could quite clearly tell, we were taking some pretty massive damage. They only have 5,000 HP. Oh no, they actually have 10,000 charge damage. Never mind. Yeah, they have 10,000 charge damage, and they have 5,000 HP. So, obviously, if you think about how much damage enemies are capable of dealing with their archers, they're capable of, you know, damage between 50 and 100. And if you think about that, it's going to be pretty harsh for a dragon that has, you know, I don't know, 50 to 100 archers firing at them at the same time. It's going to deal some pretty significant damage. And you could see there in the previous fight, we really had some issues. Okay, so I'm actually just going to go straight on in here. We're going to help Daenerys. Does she have her dragon? Because it doesn't look like it, but maybe the sprite disappears when she's in a siege. I can assume that to be the case. We can only hope that she's going to be aggressive here, because I was actually in a battle with her off-screen earlier in the series, and I didn't want to show that particular battle because what happened is that she was too passive. She was extremely passive, and she didn't actually use her dragon at all to achieve victory. And so, yeah, it was a bit weird. Anyway, I'm probably going to go for, I'm actually not entirely sure whether we'll go for another point in leadership here, or whether I should go for a point in two-handed, because I'm actually thinking I might use a two-handed weapon, and I think that might be quite fun, because I've actually been doing a bunch of smithing off screen as well. As you can see, I actually have another 10 points in smithing than what I had previously, and we're going to be creating our very own, you know, Valyrian steel two-handed or something along those lines. Something really cool, you know? Something really, really cool. Hopefully we're going to be able to make that happen, and hopefully Daenerys is actually going to help me out here, because I'm going to be in a pretty sticky situation if she does not, because otherwise I'm going to have to do this by myself. Look at how massive her dragon is, though. Oh, that is so funny. I mean, to be fair, I believe her dragon is older, I think, according to the lore. So I'm not entirely sure about that, but yeah. Anyway, I'm actually damaged. Oh, that's a bit problematic, isn't it? Okay, well, fire! Fire! Yes, there we go. Fire all around the place. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Oh no, I'm dying. Run! Run, little dragon, run. Okay, I've got to be careful here. We really do not want to have a situation where my dragon actually dies. Wouldn't that be hilarious? But you can see exactly the reason why. They're not actually invincible. They are pretty vulnerable if you allow them to be. And so that's the reason why I suppose she's being a bit... Oh no, is she actually going to be passive? Please don't be passive. Oh no. Okay, well, I'm going to try to do some damage here. Obviously, this is not... It's not very mobile, as you can quite clearly tell. When you're actually breathing fire, it is quite difficult to aim. But I'm hopeful that she is actually... Can you do something? Oh no, she's not actually doing anything. This is real bad. Okay, yeah, this is actually... Oh, no, she's... Oh, there we go. She's using her flames, but it's not actually gonna... Oh, no, it's not doing anything. Are you serious, Daenerys? What are you doing? What are you actually doing? This is terrible. Okay, well, I'm just gonna run them down, I guess, a little bit and just do some more damage against these guys. What can I do apart from this? Not much. Can I use this? Oh, can I use this infinitely, actually? Oh, okay. Maybe I can use this infinitely. That might be kind of good. Okay. Well, yeah, apparently it doesn't have a cooldown. There is no cooldown on this ability, so you can quite easily see how strong... I mean, does it have a cooldown in a real situation? Probably not, right? You know, if you ask a dragon, oh, what's your cooldown on that ability? And it's probably going to be like, nom nom. Yes, you know. Anyway, there we go. We're actually not too bad then. I was a bit worried for a second there. I was very worried in actual fact. But we have now scorched the battlefield rather drastically. And I'm now wondering whether I should run away. I don't know. I've killed 173 of the opponent. And there are still over 800 enemies remaining. So there's still problems ahead of us. But yeah, my ability to flame them, as it were, is a little bit compromised in certain moments. So not sure whether I should continue on here or whether I should just get out of the battle. Maybe it would be a good idea for me to do that. I'm just gonna continue attacking them a little bit here. I'm not sure whether I should just leave. Maybe I should literally just leave because I don't want my dragon to die, to be honest. Maybe we'll just go for one more attack. We'll just try to eliminate these guys right here. Oh, no. Oh, I should have lined that up a lot better. Ugh. See, now this is the kind of thing that you're going to see now, because I'm literally going to be the worst dragon rider in the history of dragon riders. Ah, there we go. That's a little bit better. Thank you. Okay, that's what we like to see. And I'm thinking I might just get out of here now, maybe. I mean, we've killed 217, and my forces are basically not doing anything. I mean, we've killed 400, which is pretty good in comparison to what we've lost. But we do have half of the enemy's forces. You've got to bear that in mind. But if I... actually, you know what? I'm just going to run this guy down real quick. Actually, you know what? Yeah. That's what we're going to do. We're actually going to retreat real fast, and then I'm going to go back in just a moment. So now the best thing that I can do is pretty much just go back in. However, I do have another focus point to spend, and I'll probably spend that once again in two-handed. I have actually respec'd my smithing skill as well. I don't know whether you noticed that earlier, but I respect that so that I could gain one additional focus point in one-handed and two-handed. And so if I am going to use like a one-handed / two-handed weapon or something like that, then obviously I'm going to be relatively good at leveling up both. And I can obviously respec and, you know, spec out of that once again. So we do have a little bit less endurance as a result of that, but as you can see, we have maxed out our athletic skill. We've also maxed out our riding skill. Personally, I don't really care about the way of the saddle that much. If I did, I could have put another focus point in it. Could have put another point in endurance thanks to our smithing skill if I wanted. But +1 charge damage for every 10 skill points above 200. And some additional maneuvering. That basically gives you... what, 7, 8, you know, 7 or 8 additional charge damage and maneuvering for your mount. And in my case, especially my case, do I need 8 more charge damage? Well, probably not, right? The maneuvering would be a little bit of a benefit, but most of the time, no, it's not really going to do too much. So that's the reason for that. I'm just trying to explain my thought process behind these decisions that I'm making. And I am actually kind of injured because I did spec into my athletic skill and increase my max HP before we headed in here. And that's the main reason why we're actually a little bit lower in HP than we otherwise would have been, which is a bit of a shame, to be honest. Bit of a shame. But yeah, anyway, let me see if I can do something here. These guys... Okay, I'm just going to literally go like this. You know, I gotta say, it is a huge amount of fun. it is a massive amount of fun to have an actual dragon to use. Oh, there's a horse. Okay, well, it's a satellite now, that's for sure. And yeah, we're just going to be eliminating all of these guys and, well, hopefully eliminating all of these guys. I'm just going to run them down, basically. I'm just going to try to run them down as best I can, because if I run them down, then my own forces can kind of pick them off a little bit easier. And this is going to be, oh wow, this is actually a lot easier than using the fire breath. Wow. Look at how incredibly powerful that is. Yeah, I'm actually going to have to do a little something with my fire breath in a moment. So let's just slow down and take aim and fire. Let me do it. Can I do it? There we go. Okay, it was actually blocked by the terrain or something like that. So yeah, that was not exactly great, but there you go. We did that. And now I can do it again if I want to, or I can just charge straight into them. We've got to be careful about them using their polearms, of course, because their polearms are going to deal extreme bonus damage. And that's the exact reason why I wanted to get out and come back in, because, of course, I'm basically using the dragon's HP as my own HP at this point, because it is just such a large model. And that's also the reason why you have to be very careful with controlling it, because otherwise you're going to go into a battle, going to run it into a bunch of spearmen or a bunch of cavalry with lances and things like that, and then all of a sudden you think to yourself, oh no, my dragon's at 10% HP. Can you imagine how terrible that would be if you literally defeated Daenerys herself, looted Drogon from her, tamed him, and then all of a sudden you find out, oh, my dragon just died in some random battle. Wouldn't that have been absolutely terrible? That would be heartbreaking, to be honest, because you wouldn't be able to get another one, not through regular means. You could obviously get one if you did it like me, of course, but again, I was just doing it to show you. Because obviously otherwise it would require me to betray the people that I've been working with the entire time, and it would just make things, well, not so cool, in my opinion. I mean, I would like to stay with them at least, you know, because as I say, I've been fighting with them this whole time, and we've kind of got to know them a little bit more, and I thought it would be actually really fun and cinematic to fight alongside Daenerys herself, because fighting alongside her, in my opinion, is actually kind of cool. So I like that, but if you don't, then I apologize, and there's not much I can do about it. But you know, that's kind of what I'm wanting to do. So anyway, let's just make sure that we actually achieve victory here and don't actually lose my dragon. Daenerys is also now finally starting to do something. And Maester Crescent actually got a kill with his bow. Can you believe it? Oh, okay. Who would have expected that? Certainly not me, but there you go. All right. And that is indeed a victory for us, as you might expect, just purely to the benefit of our dragons. And hilariously enough, that is exactly how it is in the source material as well. If someone has a dragon on their side, they're more than likely going to achieve victory. And if they have 2 dragons, well, then that's even better. Anyway, we gained 98 renown, which is actually the largest renown that we've ever gotten in this entire campaign. I've had to scramble and scrap all over the place for my renown rewards. But in this case, no, we actually did pretty nicely here, and I'm going to be taking every single one of these people prisoner. They're probably not going to be too pleased about that, and they will definitely be suing for peace. As soon as they can, they will be attempting to go for peace. So we need to move relatively fast here, you know, quite quickly. Anyway, Triarch Guardians, we want to get some of those, don't we? Or Triarch Guardians. Let me actually just have a quick look here. Ooh, Dornish Vipers. What are these guys like? They're thrown weapons. Okay, so they're the infantry, that's it. They're the infantry, that's the word I'm looking for. Alright, fantastic. Yeah, so I guess I'll take a couple of those, and maybe we'll get them to join us, even though I only have 250 size in my army at the moment. So not sure if that's a really good idea. Tyroshi Corsairs, yeah, sure, why not? Let's take one of those, let's take one of these. These are all noble units as well, so it's kind of nice to have that, isn't it? I guess. And we have a balanced glaive. Oh, look at that. Okay, I'm liking that. Oh yeah, and I also picked up a Valyrian Lord helmet as well, because someone said that I should pick up a Valyrian helm, because that makes me look a little bit little bit cooler, I guess, and I guess that's the name of the game at the moment. You know, it's like a fashion show at the moment, trying to get as many cool-looking things as possible. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and oh yeah, these are all my crafted two-handed swords that I made in my off time as well, by the way. But yeah, anyway, let me see. Where is my... There's the balanced glaive. There it is. Okay, there we go. Nice. That is a lot better than what we were using. I will probably be unequipping my shield as well, and I'll probably be using a two-handed sword of some kind. I mean, as you can see right here, this two-handed sword is not very good, in my opinion. This two-handed sword is slightly better, but certainly not something to write home about, so I'm not going to be using either of those, especially considering they're called crafted two-handed sword. I mean, really, I'm not going to use something that's called that, am I? Anyway, there we go. We're just going to leave. We've looted everything, of course. And we now have defeated one of the largest armies that the Dornish had. And I'm hopeful that maybe... Can I actually attack these guys as well? Oh, no, they're leaving. See, Daenerys is actually leaving now. That is so sad. I would have loved to have actually taken this. Maybe we can still take it? Is she gonna... Wait a minute. Is she gonna be attacked? No, Daenerys! Oh, you got yourself taken prisoner! Oh, you absolute imbecile! Oh, why'd you do that? Okay, well, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're fine. We can actually do something really, really nice here. And we can literally... I don't know whether... Shall we make this personal? Is it personal for her to take Daenerys prisoner? Not really, right? No, not really. I mean, to be fair, we are not her spouse or anything like that. So, I mean, she is our liege. So I guess we might as well take it personally. And we're going to say hi with Viserion here. And, yes, he is very, very interested in going nom-nom on them. We don't have a feed. We don't have a feed button. No, we don't have a chomp button at the moment. But maybe in the future, who knows. But we do have a flame button. And we obviously have a charge into them and kill them all button, which is W, of course, as you might expect. And here we go. This is, well... I gotta say, it is a lot of fun. That is the point. It is a huge amount of fun. I'm actually wondering what kind of... that's the thing. As I say, they're not invincible. I was about to say, how big of an army would someone need to be able to achieve victory against a dragon? And that's actually funny, because I feel like you would need quite a large one, but I don't think you need too many people. It very much depends, because obviously if I have no supporting units whatsoever, let's say that I actually go into battle and I have my standard army complement, which is around 250 units at the moment. That's my maximum army size. And let's say I go into battle with that against an army that has, I don't know, 1,000. Do you think I'd be able to win against 1,000 opponents? I think maybe if I leverage my own troops. But if I don't leverage my own troops, then I will most likely have the dragon die. So that's kind of like the sort of like the razor's edge of how you have to decide on that, because you have to decide, do I want to put my dragon at risk, or do I want to put my troops at risk when it comes to how many we're going to lose against an overwhelming opponent? Because they are definitely going to be they are definitely going to be overwhelming in that particular situation. You know, they're going to have 1,000 people, and you got to think how many of those are going to be archers. I don't know, half of them or something, maybe. I don't know. Obviously, thrown weapons are also going to make a pretty huge difference. As you can see, Viserion has actually taken massive amounts of damage from thrown weapons in this particular engagement, and I actually wonder where the critical hit spots are. I guess the helm. No, I guess the head is the critical hit. But you can see here he's taken a lot of arrows and a lot of thrown weapons embedded in his wings here, and there are, by the way, flying dragons as well. But here's the problem with flying dragons. I don't think, and now this is not confirmed by the modding team or anything like that, but I don't think flying dragons are currently working for the player. I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me on it, because as I say, I don't have inside information or anything like that. But what I just wanted to say is that there are flying dragons in the game. So take from that what you will. Maybe an AI, maybe an NPC can use them, or maybe something along those lines. I don't know. So all I'm telling you is that they do have flying dragons, but maybe it's a thing that they're testing out, or maybe they're doing some additional work on that. I know that someone actually said that they saw a flying dragon, and yeah, that's probable. But I just don't know how that would work for a player character. So that's the reason why I didn't pick up one of those, because otherwise it's probably gonna, mess with my game or something like that if it's not ready, and I don't want to jump the gun, as it were, because there may very well be a time where the modding team says, yeah, the flying dragons are ready, let's do this, and then I'm like, yeah, okay, let me do that. That sounds like a super fun time. But there you go, we've actually rescued Daenerys. She's very, very pleased with us, gives us nothing at all, and then we can just move on, and there we have it. Okay, there's actually a pretty insane amount of really good units that she has available here for us, and I think I'm going to be getting rid of a couple of tier 3s, maybe, if I have any tier 3. Yeah, we've got a bunch. Look at that. We've got so many of these right now. I kind of want to get rid of the mercenaries, all things considered. Mercenaries are not my favorite type of unit, because otherwise you're just going to be running around with a bunch of people that have not so good gear, and they're going to just die instantly, and then you're going to be like, oh, well, what happened to all my forces? Well, they're all headshot and dead, and all that wonderful stuff. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to prevent right now. Anyway, what is that? A Lorathi Maze Knight. Whoa, okay, hello. They look extremely cool. I don't know, is it just me? I think their armor looks really, really cool. It's relatively similar to the Kahoric guys, I guess. Yeah, but they look really fun. All right, well, whatever the case, we're just going to move on. And we did have some other people in our party there, so they're probably going to be taking a bunch of the additional units and things like that. And now we have Red Bat. Red Bat is with us here. So theoretically, he can now join the siege, and we can actually do something. He's going to probably take command. Yes, he is indeed taking command of the siege. So I will probably just be leaving him to it. And I will go and besiege Valasar, which has 289. And let's see what happens. They're going to try to make peace. Yeah, they are going to try and make peace. Ooh, that's harsh. That's real harsh. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? We're going to... Oh. Hello. Hello, sir. Oh, you only have 700. Oh, okay. That's actually not bad. That's not too bad. I think we might have a bit of a chance. A bit of a chance, yes. A bit of a chance. Okay. Leader of the masses is what we'll go for right here. Okay, so I have one focus point available. I should probably spec it into leadership, shouldn't I? Or into bows. Maybe into bows, because I would like to get my bow skill leveled up a little bit more. But leadership does have these other things that give us more morale and everything. I mean, I have 100 morale at the moment, so I don't know how much I really need to do that. Considering, yeah, I mean, party size limit increased by 10. That's always good, I guess. Recruitment rate being increased for infantry and ranged troops by 50% in actual fact. That's actually pretty powerful. Sure, we'll go for another point in leadership then. And yeah, then we'll do this. I don't really want to fight at night time if I can help it, but unfortunately he kind of got me at a bad time, didn't he? Ah. Well, this is very interesting, isn't it? I think you can kind of tell where I'm going to go with this. Okay, this is very, very funny. They really have no idea what they've just walked into. This is an absolute bloodbath for them. If they decide to come up here, which is exactly what they're going to do, they think they have the advantage, right? They think they have the advantage. I mean, obviously the AI is probably not going to take into account that we have a dragon on our side, but maybe they will. Who knows? Maybe they're actually going to play it a little bit smarter than we might think. This guy's going to lose his mount almost instantly right there. And let's have a look and see what we can do. I'm just going to move all my forces onto this little ledge here. And we'll just do a little bit of flames. There we go. A little bit of flames all over the place. There we are. And now I'm just going to run through the rest of them over here. Try to kill all of them, or try to kill as many of them as possible. Tell my forces to charge in to maximize survivability for our dragon, because of course we need to do that. you know, as I said, it is going to be very, very damaging if we allow Viserion to take as much damage as he could potentially take. You know, he is a large target, and we really don't want him to be at the front line here. So we're just going to do as much damage as possible with my flames as well. And then we can now move on. And you can see here, he's almost dead. He's literally almost dead. So as I say, they are definitely not invulnerable to death. But they can deal devastating amounts of damage. And it definitely sways the battle in our favor, which is exactly what it should do, you know, according to the source material and the lore and the shows and all that stuff, you know. That is exactly what it should do, you know. Anyway, hopefully my own forces will be able to deal with the remainder of the enemy's forces. I've eliminated 181 of them myself. And I can only hope that maybe we have made it possible for my forces to just kind of tidy up, as it were. I'm going to try to eliminate as many of these guys on their mounts as possible, because we really do not want them running around and, you know, making nuisances of themselves. So we will try our best. And I might should I chase this guy down? I don't know. I can use my bow, by the way. I can use my bow on Dragonback, if you can call it Dragonback, I guess. So yeah, like for example, like this, I can use my bow, as you might expect. I'm not sure how it really goes though. Haven't used it before. Oh, it actually works relatively well, as you can see. It takes a bit of getting used to, as you might expect. I'm surprised that this guy has the gall to try and attack a dragon. Shot him in the knee. Oh, that is insult to injury. Wow, that is an absolute insult to injury right there. Can you imagine? Literally, you're charging a dragon with a polearm, and then you get shot in the knee, and then you have to work at a guard post in Whiterun. Oh, that is just absolutely insult to injury right there. Anyway, what are my forces doing, by the way? They seem to be are they getting murdered? Are they actually losing right now, even after I did so much damage? Please don't. That would be really bad. I'm making jokes, everyone. I'm making jokes about Skyrim. Come on now. You must win this victory. I mean, win this victory. Ugh. You must win this battle. And now I'm taking even more damage. Oh no, please. Viserion, you must not die. Let us run. Let us run over here. There we go. Alright, but that's exactly what I'm talking about, though. It can very easily go bad. And you just have to be a bit more cautious than I am being, of course. I mean, you can see how much damage he's actually taken. We can just be thankful that they are going to heal super quickly, or at least try to heal super quickly. And how many forces do we have to eliminate still? Quite a few still. Wow, that's actually a lot of enemies right there. Think I might retreat and come back in. Let's just see whether we can even do that, because I might not even be able to, you know. They might prevent me from doing it. No, I can go back in, but I'm a bit worried about this. I really want to go into the siege. If I can actually finish constructing my siege camp, then I will be able to enter the siege. If I'm even able to just enter the siege, that is going to enable me to achieve victory with taking this. And that is all I really want to do. That is it. I just want to take this one fief, because I'm hopeful that my AI friends will have taken the other fief, and then we will have taken two in very, very short time. And then we're going to have a very, very nice time of things indeed. Okay, nice little flame breath right here. Oh, you want to walk into the flames? Oh, you want to walk in? Oh, no, you don't now, huh? Yes. Yes, roasted dawn. Roasted dawnish. Yeah, there we go. That's the dish that we're going to call them. There we go. Very nice indeed. Okay, let me see if I can do some damage here. Okay, let me just do this. Oh, are you serious? Ah, there we go. That's a little bit better. Ah, yes. Nice. Okay. Well, that's a lot of damage, isn't it? Oh, yes, that is an extreme amount of damage. And let's get out of here now, because I don't want to take too much damage with Viserion again, because we want to maintain our mobility as much as possible. Because, well, that's the thing. It doesn't, as far as I'm aware at least, it doesn't get any kind of penalty to movement speed, but it is very much a case of, well, we just don't want it to die, so we're going to be very careful with it, aren't we? Anyway, here we go. Let's just run them down a little bit here. And people can still actually stop you, obviously, with polearms and everything. As you've seen, there's been a number of times where we have reared up a little bit. And yeah, that's obviously a thing. That is indeed a thing. And we've already eliminated 183 enemies. And this is the kind of thing that can happen multiple times, because of course the enemy is going to try and maintain ranks. You know, they're going to try to maintain ranks and formations and so on, and it is a very powerful tool. And also that might actually also partially be the reason in the back of my mind why I was thinking to myself, do I want to show this? Do I want to use the dragon? Because, you know, in the well, if you do this, and you know, let's say that you defeat Daenerys and you do this, and you take Drogon for yourself, and then you have Drogon. I don't even know what... I think Drogon's stats are relatively similar to Viserions. I don't think that they are particularly different. I think he might have a little bit more HP. But don't quote me on that, as I say. Anyway, 87,000 renown. 87,000 renown? No, I wish. No, just 87 renown. There we go. And we're just going to be taking this guy prisoner. All of them prisoner. I don't actually think we should let them go, but it won't really matter, to be honest, because they're going to be let free relatively soon. So maybe I should have taken them prisoner. I don't know. Anyway, we're just going to take as many of them as we can get our hands on. There we are. And then I'm just going to leave. I'm not going to take any of the prisoners. I don't see the point in taking them right now. We'll take all the loot. And then we just have to cross our fingers and hope that they're not going to make peace before we are able to get our siege camp up and running. Please, please, please. Come on. We're almost there. We're almost there. There it is. Okay. I'm going to go in. I am literally going to go in straight away. Oh no, I have an attribute point. What do I spec into? Oh no. Okay, now I'm having problems because I'm thinking to myself, what should I spec into? I'm thinking maybe social at this point. What should I go for? Vigor. I could go for vigor. Maybe an idea. Is there anything else that I want to actually go for here in one-handed? Maybe. I definitely want to level up my two-handed skill, though. I think that's going to be super, super fun. Or it should be fun. Maybe we should go for bows. I don't really use the bow that often. To be fair, I kind of have to spec myself a little bit more for siege combat now. In my opinion, at least. Let's just go for another point in leadership then, and another point in social, because I think we have enough combat skills to reach 275, as you can see. Don't really need a point in vigor to be able to make it to 275. We just need one more focus point, and we are almost level 33, as you can see right there. So let's just go straight on in. I don't know whether I'm actually going to be getting the ability to use my dragon in the siege. It might very well be that they don't allow you to do that, but let's try it and see what happens. Oh, I do! Oh, okay. Oh, right. Okay, that might be interesting. That might be very, very funny indeed. Actually, no, because the walls are not down. Oh, I forgot about that. The walls are not down. Okay, wait a minute. Maybe I can use this to get into the gates. Can I actually use my flame breath to get through the gates? What do you think? Shall we try it out? Okay, let me just back up real fast to make sure that we're doing this right. It does work! Oh, okay. I had no idea. Can we even get in, though? No, we can't. Look, I can't get in because the model is too large. No. This is where we could actually fly, of course, but the gates are down, so this is actually fantastic. Okay, I guess I'm just going to get off this area now. Thank you very much for the lift. Goodbye. Until later. Oh, are you coming in? Oh, he literally wants to come in. He wants to come in, but we can't allow him to come in, unfortunately. I would love it if he could, but he can't. So he's just going to stay over there for the moment. Okay, yeah, and bear in mind I do have Way of the Spear now, which enables me to use my polearm at a much faster speed and does much more damage now as well, because we did actually level that up before I got the dragon. And, yeah, so now we should be absolutely... well, we should be fine to hopefully achieve victory here. We've got to be a bit careful, though, because, again, we don't have the dragon in the siege. However, I still... actually, you know, that's actually a very clever thing that the modding team did. Because they've got to think to themselves, you know what? People will probably want to use these in a siege, right? And the only way that they can be used in a siege is if the enemy decides to charge out of the walls. And that would, of course, enable the walls, or shall we say, that would require the walls to already be destroyed. And that's not always the case, of course. And if they are destroyed, the dragon is not even going to be able to get inside. They can't even get through the walls because it's just too tight of a space for them to squeeze through. And so that is indeed another reason. So that's very clever of them, actually, to make that a thing. Because I don't know about you, but for me personally, I think it would be way too simple for us to take things if we literally could have our dragons just run right through. I think that would be way too easy. For me personally, that's my own opinion on that. You can obviously disagree if you want, but yeah, anyway, this is... I'm not sure what these guys are doing. This is good old Bannerlord AI. It's very funny, actually, that they are like this, because, you know, this is actually kind of what they would do in Warband as well, where they would basically think, oh, I have to go over here, and I have to use this siege engine, and they are literally just doing that. They are thinking to themselves, I need to be on this catapult, and I need to do damage to it. Well, do damage with it, even. And, yeah, they're not thinking about killing the intruder that is absolutely murdering every single one of them. Yeah, that is very much a classic Mountain Blade moment right there, but I'm not complaining. I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay, I'm going to have to be a bit careful here. Going to have to use a little bit of savvy to get away from these guys, because they're actually murdering me a little bit. So I'd prefer if that wouldn't happen. How am I missing this fellow? Whoa, okay, this guy is literally Neo, apparently. He's just absolutely avoiding every single thing, and I am Agent Smith in the first one. And, yeah, I'm apparently ineffective against him, but there you go. Anyway, that is indeed a victory for us, and we were able to capture the thief, and now they're inevitably going to make peace as I fall out of the window. Isn't that a classic moment as well? That's a wonderful, wonderful moment. Okay, there you go. Wonderful. Look at that. Whew. Okay, I was a bit tense there, actually, for a real quick second. I don't know why, but I was. Anyway, I don't know whether to let them go, to be honest. I'm actually thinking to myself, shall we just let him go? Because they're going to make peace in a second anyway. I changed my mind. You can go free. There we go. Is he going to increase? Yeah, look at that. We increased his relation a little bit. I don't know whether that's even worth it. Is it even worth it for me to let him go? Not really, right? Well, it doesn't really matter either way, does it? I mean, they're going to be let go in a second. So, yeah, it doesn't really make much difference. Okay, so, yeah, we actually have some pretty good relation with her. Unfortunately, Soloris doesn't seem to be taken, which kind of begs the question, what have they been doing this entire time? But I'm just going to wait here for a little bit of time. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah, by the way, Soren actually did get pregnant once again, and we have now, as you can see, had another child. And we've called him Vagon. That's actually a pretty cool name. That's a pretty cool Valyrian name, actually. I like that. And let's actually see what happens here. Are people actually starting to do stuff? Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, vote for the new owner of Valasar. I don't want to take this, please. Oh, you're making peace. Are you certain? No, don't make peace. Oh, my vote means nothing. Look at it. My vote means nothing at all. That is so sad. Oh well, never mind. There you go. Yeah, they made peace. I wanted to resolve the ownership dispute rather than anything else, but unfortunately that doesn't seem to have happened. Let's give it to our father-in-law, or not, as the case may be. Apparently Daenerys wanted to give it to this guy instead. I guess it makes a little bit more sense to give it to him, but there we have it anyway. Yeah, unfortunately Soloris was not taken, even though there's only... I mean, look at this. It's only got 112 in the defenders. Okay. Well, whatever the case, yeah, we've now had another child, which is pretty cool. I like that. And yeah, apart from that, we've now got our very own dragon, and we're hopefully going to be able to use it to conquer the remaining little parts of Essos here. I mean, I personally felt like our ability to deal damage was much better, and we had much more success in our engagements with the opponent. But apparently Daenerys doesn't agree, because she wanted to make peace nevertheless. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.